Before I proceed, I gotta put the disclaimer up just to make sure you understand what is happening with our video blog today. Welcome to another edition of Tony's Thoughts, January 2013. I'd like to start off with saying that the start of the year has been great. The TSX is already up 3% and the Dow Jones is up even more. And I'm happy to let you know that the average client of portfolios actually outperformed the TSX. So we've outperformed the TSX with taking less risks. So I want to applaud everyone that's come in, changed all the paperwork over the last few months, and all the work that we've done to get us to this point. However, with that being said, it's only been 30 days or so since the market's open, so let's not get too excited yet because we still have that fiscal cliff in the States that we're worrying about. That problem's only been pushed ahead a couple of months. However, the good news is that they're actually tackling it head on and they know it's an issue and they're looking to resolve it. So things have been great to start of the year, and last year was a good year as well. We're hoping this momentum keeps going. But let's not get too over optimistic. Let's be smart, let's be cautious, and let's keep moving forward. In the news this month, there's two very important articles I want to go over. The first one is actually happened this morning. Moody's has actually downgraded the Canadian banking system. 6 banks, they've actually lowered their rating. And what that means to you is you don't have to get overly concerned. But from a global perspective, Canada's been the top notch. We've been the cat's meow with regards to the banking industry. But lately, they've actually started to decrease the value of the Canadian banks. And what that means is they believe the stock price is a little bit overvalued, and at the same token, they don't think the future is going to perform well with the Canadian banking industry. And I'll kind of give you a little bit of insight on that. The Canadian banking industry has leveraged themselves, has done extremely well over the last few years, and now it's coming to the point where how are they going to continue to perform like this? How are they going to continue to make money? How are they going to continue to raise dividends? So it's going to be more of a stagnant growth, but as investors, they want to always see big growth. And Moody's, at the same token, has now said, you know, Canadian consumer debt is at an all-time high. Housing prices are all-time high. People have borrowed so much money. How is the banks going to continue to make profit? So, with that being said, we're doing some internal review of your portfolios. We're doing internal analysis. And over the next coming weeks, 3, 4, 6, 8 weeks, we're going to actually be reducing the Canadian exposure and reducing our outlook towards bank, because we believe, true, that the Canadian side might be a little bit overexposed. You know what, let's look at different avenues. Let's take money off the table, let's take our profits and move them somewhere else. The second article I want to discuss is Canada's real estate market. Is there a bubble? Well, if you look at the chart that I can show you here, it discusses housing prices compared to rents. And as you can see, in Canada, we're number one. We have the highest price against rents. What that means is two things have to actually happen. Rents have to go up, or housing prices have to go down to kind of balance this back out. Well, the reality is, as you know, I own several houses. I don't think there's a chance that rent can go up. People are, how to say this without being rude, broke. They can't afford more money each month. They've already stretched themselves to the limit. So how are they going to pay more money each month? So one or two things are going to happen. People are going to pay more rent, which I doubt, or housing prices are going to go down. Now, when we go down, we're talking about there's already a little bit of a decrease in housing prices, but it's going to be slightly. Here in Guelph, the real estate market's booming still. But if you look at a little bit of Toronto, Vancouver, pockets around Canada, we've already started to see a little bit of a slowdown. Now, I'm not telling you this because I want you to be completely afraid of real estate. I don't want you to go and sell your home. But what this means to you is be a little bit more cautious on your spending. I know I sound like a broken record, but your house is a big investment. A lot of people are looking towards their house as a retirement vehicle. I don't want you to think that way. There's a lot of equity in your house. But if that house takes a huge hit, which I don't believe, but other experts are saying, I want you to be very cautious. I want you to be smart. And for those of you who are investors out there, just double check your analysis. Do a little bit more research on your next purchase. I want to make sure that everyone has money, because you know what, if your neighbor loses his house and the person down the street loses his house, that's going to affect your financial assets at some point in time. So I want you to kind of be very diligent in all this. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, just come and speak to me. I know this better than I like to think most people around here. I do my analysis every day. I do the real estate market. I do the financial stuff. So please pick my brain on this, and we'll sit down and go through it together. I'm not saying this to worry you. I'm just educating you on these areas. Again, thank you for listening to Tony's Thoughts, January 2013. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact myself. Have a great day.